Hello, hello. This is Laura V from Laura V Studios on the 28 Days of Invocation Practice channel. Hi. I I am creating this video because I have one public video on this channel, but underneath I have 30 unlisted videos on this channel. And so I thought I'd come on to let you know that and to give you an opportunity to access those videos. So basically, 28 days of invocation practice was launched in March of 2024 as a subscription kind of thing. And the idea was that you would receive a video, an email each week with an invocation and a video that guides you through that invocation to practice to help build a spiritual practice using invocations taught by Benjamin Bernstein. And I like to do things in themes. So the March theme was body. So the invocations were about the body and ways to help heal the body or heal your limiting beliefs around body. Okay. And then the April digest, and I'm calling them digests, April was back to the basics. So Benjamin teaches like four main like types of invocations. There's the embodied awakening invocation, the healing invocation, the hallowed reed invocation, and the invocation cycle. Now I created a little variation on the embodied awakening healing thing. I made it an embodied awakening sequence because I found some people had a hard time getting into embodied awakening, but if we did the healing invocation, that would clear stuff out of the way so that when we did the embodied awakening invocation a second time, they had a much stronger experience. And I was like, this is important. So I call it the embodied awakening activation sequence. And you can use it to activate it to really experience embodied waking in a powerful way, but you can do it more than once. It's like you can do it many times and still receive a lot of benefit. So yeah, so there's four in that in April. And then in May we worked on harmony. So all the invocations were about harmony. And then June was compassion. And then July I kind of took off because the whole it wasn't working for me anymore. I was like, this doesn't, the energy around it just kind of fizzled. And I was like, I just don't have the energy to do this. However, I did keep, well, okay. So there was a second part to this. So I had the weekly invocation and I created a video guiding people through the invocation. And then I also offered a live call on Wednesdays. Been doing that since March. That we're still doing, because this group got formed that is just beautiful and powerful, and I just didn't want to stop, so we keep going. Um, but yeah, so there are recordings of the weekly calls as well on this channel. And those are really fun. Because sometimes new things would come up, but we would talk about the invocation, practice it, kind of do some troubleshooting, and then if anybody needed something like healing, we did that too. And we learned how to do Hollow Read with each other, which was really cool. So yeah, that's all on this channel. And what I did is I made the first month free. And then I was like, okay, this has value, so I can't just do this for free. But I also didn't want to make it really expensive because they were already paying for this Awaken Plus membership because this is where they came from. Most of the people who are on my list are Awaken Soul Plus members. Awaken Plus members. There we go. Awaken Plus members. And so I'm like, I don't want to overcharge. And so I asked for $19 for the year. And we're only, this is in our sixth month, and it's like, oh, things have changed already. So like 28 days is kind of being retired in that format. Um, what's happened is in July, okay, so in June and July, I was going through a really big transformation process, and I didn't know what was going on or what was about, but it was about the focus now is embodying the soul and new earth consciousness. Like they're like, look, your higher self has been in new earth consciousness for a few years now. It is time to get your butt over there into that consciousness. And when I say over there, it's because it feels like it's earth, but not this earth. It's like a different dimension. It's a higher dimension earth that just feels so much more comfortable and lovely. And what I'm learning is, yes, I'm to like access new earth consciousness, but I'm to bring that consciousness to this earth reality. That is the work we're all doing right now, is we're all like we have access, and a lot of us at the in our dreams are hanging out in new earth, and then we're to bring that into this reality. So now this is becoming a much more conscious thing, and I'm trying to, I'm learning like what invocations to use and what this looks like and how to do this because it's new. So that's where the invocation stuff is going now, is really focusing on soul embodiment and new earth consciousness. So it's not 28 days anymore of invocation practice. It's more just we're practicing invocations in this context and working towards this goal. And so I think that's where I think what this looks like is going to solidify a little bit better this month, because my sense is this is something I'm going to be like launching in earnest in September. And it'll go through December. And then January is going to be something. I think we're all going to be in a very different place when January of 2025 comes. Like, very different, and like anything we've done there, I look at people planning things for next year and I'm thinking, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I can't promise what's going to happen in January because everything's changing, constantly shifting. It's like, what are we going to be? I don't know. So it's like, I just know I need to focus on this. So with that in mind, um, so I'm no longer doing that as a live thing. But like I said, I have 30, 30 videos. So some of them are me guiding you through an invocation. Some are recordings of live Zoom calls that have value too. Now they're kind of long, but I try to kind of tell you like what's going on where in some of them. I might get better at that, or I might have somebody go through them and start to put in the timestamps. So that you can like not have to wade through all of this to figure out like what's going on. Some of you might enjoy it. A lot of you will probably be like, eh, and that's fine. But I think the invocations are worth something. And some of these Zoom calls have some pretty amazing things in them. So I wouldn't want to miss out on that. So here's the deal I'm thinking. I've got these 30, I keep adding because I'm now doing calls on Sundays and Wednesdays, and I'm posting them all up in on this channel. So, but they're all unlisted. So if you want access to these unlisted videos, I'm going to create some monthly digests. And I've already created some of them. And I will release them to you like one at a time, maybe like weekly. I'm not quite sure. But what I'm thinking is people paid me $19 for this. So that's what I'm going to ask for. I know it's ridiculously cheap, ridiculously so. But I thought these digests, they're just digests. They're, digital. They're probably worth more like 20 a piece. Yeah. But I'm going to offer them for 5 for now. And then when I feel like making it, I'll raise the price later. So right now, up until I decide to change the price, you can get them for $5 a piece, or you can get the whole thing for 19. So that's 5 months worth of videos that you can have access to for $19. Yeah. But yes, that is what I'm going to do for now. Eventually I'll probably make it, it'll probably be like $100 for them all. Is probably where this is going to go. But for now, you get them for the cheap, 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 cheap price of $19. So take it while you get it. So I'm going to make this available to people on my list, but anybody who finds this video for the time being, I'll have a link where you can sign up. I think what it's going to be is like, yeah, it'll be a pay the $19, give me your email and I will put you on the list of people to get the email, the emails. Yeah, you'll be a separate group in my email thing, to get the digests. So you'll get a March digest, April, May, June. And then July, I don't have weekly emails. It's going to be, you're going to access the, oh, that's not entirely true. Yeah, there aren't emails. That is true. But I did make two uh invocation videos with these soul and new earth consciousness invocations. So there are two videos of guiding you through invocation processes. I just don't have it written out because I just didn't have the time or desire to do that for July, nor am I doing it for August. But I am making short videos of invocations as they're coming to me to practice and to teach. So yeah, so you'll for the July, you'll get the recordings of the community calls on Sunday nights and the invocation practice calls on Wednesday nights. And you will be doing, you'll get to access some. Oh, I did that in June too. So you're gonna get that for June as well. But you're gonna get like some channeling practice in some of those videos. You're gonna get to participate in and just be in the energy of it. Honestly, that's actually, a friend of mine told me to do this and I couldn't understand how that could work, but now I understand. You could run these videos and have the volume down to nothing, but just running the videos will give you access to the energy because they are full of energy, which can be pretty powerful. So yeah, so if that's something that you would like to have, I mean, it's only $19. Why not? Um, but if you're like, why should I pay $19 for something like this? I can tell you I have a video and I will link it to this video on my other channel, my Laura V Studios channel, where I guide you through the invocation, the embodied awakening sequence. And then you can try out the invocations. You can see what the heck they are. You can decide from that video if that's something you're like, yeah, I'd like to explore that. So okay, again, if you're like, why the heck should I do this? Um, if you don't want to heal stuff around body, then yeah, no. If you don't want to embody your higher self and experience the peace and the bliss and the ease and all the good, yummy stuff that comes from that, then no, don't pay the $19. If you don't want to experience more harmony in your life, because basically the harmony sequences are, the first one is harmonizing all systems in your body, harmonizing your body. The second one is harmonizing your physical space. That's a really fun one. My ladies loved that one. The third one is experiencing harmony at the soul level. It's fantastic. And then the fourth, that one got weird. And that's when things kind of got bobbly. I was like, okay, I said we were going to take this to the world level. So I was like, okay, let's harmonize our government systems, our education systems. And they're like, no. I'm like, what? Like, no, 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 no. They have to crumble and fall. We are not harmonizing crumbling systems. Oh, like we're making something new, people, making something new. So instead, it was harmonizing our relationships with others, which is really important too. So that's where that ended up going. So that's the May. And then June is compassion, embracing, embodying compassion at the higher self level, at the soul level, and bringing compassion to your relationships with others, which is really, really important for your own mental health, honestly, but also for the people you care about. So, yeah, if if you don't want to do any of that, then no, don't pay the $19 to have access to it. But if that is something you're like, yeah, I could use some more compassion in my life. $5, people. $5. So 19 and you get all of it. And eventually I'm gonna make it 100 because it's worth at least that much. But you can get it for cheap. So there we go. So I will get that up when I get this up onto the website. So I invite you. I really, truly, I think it's going to be phenomenal. And then as you work with this and play with this, if you decide, hey, yeah, like this calls to me, and I would like to go deeper with this, then I invite you to join Awakened Soul Space. Awakened Soul Space, right now, I think the membership price is $24.99. I'm gonna take that down. It's gonna be $9.99. $9.99. And you will get access to Awakened Soul Space, and a community call each week, and access to all recorded materials. For a little bit more, I'm trying to decide what the price point is going to be. You will have access to all of the spaces. Um, and the spaces right now are a channeling space, a money magic space, and an invocation practice space. Because I still am doing invocation practice. I'm just not doing 28 days. Um, and I also have, it's not perfect yet, but I'm putting together a digital 21 days to embodied awakening. um I don't know what to call it, program, mini course, something, where each day I have like, okay, I have a list of like 3 invocation sequences. And then I created a plan, a 21-day plan. Day 1, you do this invocation sequence, and I have the invocations laid out, and I will have links to them on a video. And so you will practice the embodied awakening sequence, I think, for the first 5 or 7 days. And then we move into uh healing, cleansing, and clearing. And you do that for a little bit. I think I'm gonna throw in the Hello Read. I don't know. But then I know divine attunements. Then we get into divine attunements where you tune to the frequency of divine love and you tune to the frequency of your soul. And you do that. And so it's 21 days of, you do one of those 3 sequences every day for 21 days. And there will be an assessment so that you can measure your progress as to how you're experiencing the energies. Because as you embody your awakened self, you'll feel more calm, you'll feel more peace, you'll feel more bliss at times, and inspiration, like just life gets easier and you feel more confident in dealing with stuff coming up in your day. And then when you do the healing invocations, you just feel lighter and happier. And you get to a place where you start to feel blissful. It's really kind of cool. And then as you work with the divine attunements, you are tuning to the frequency of your soul, which is at a little higher frequency than your higher self. And so as you attuned to those energies, you start really attuning to your soul, and your soul just brings a stillness and a calm that isn't as strongly present with your higher self. It's a different energy, a strong energy, and a really fun. It's a really cool energy. And we're working towards, integrating our soul and human selves, like our souls, an integration. So this is the first step towards working to that integration. So yeah, so 21 days. or I might make it 28 days. This is where I'm a little stuck, but this is coming down the pike. It's made, just not finished. So we'll get that done and that will be available. I'll probably make that a $20 product because it's powerful. And you have it. You can do it month after month after month. And then the cool thing about that is once you do that, if you decide, yeah, I'd like to be part of a community who's doing this work, you can join Awaken Soul Space. So yeah. All right. Fantastic. So yeah, so now we'll have two public videos on this channel so people can be like, what is this? And you know. And then I'll give you the link to my Laura V Studios channel, which is my public channel and has a lot more public videos. Okay. So thanks for listening and watching, and I hope to meet you one day. All right. Bye-bye.